Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I just want to talk to you guys about kind of like what our world is right now, which is something like I notice it everywhere on YouTube, on TikTok, and social media, TV, everything, obviously, is, if you've read the title of this video, probably gives you a hint to what I'm talking about, but it's being sold to all of the time. As in like almost 24/7 in your life, someone's trying to sell you their idea, their course, their thing is the best, buy into my idea, buy into my concept, follow me, do what I do, and then you'll become what I am, like do this, do that. Like everyone's trying to sell you their technique, their course, their booklet, their ebook, their whatever, like, and everyone thinks that theirs is the best. And like I don't know, it's just our whole world has sort of become like this big monetized thing where like no matter what, it's really hard to find like genuine people anymore. Like for example, I forget what it was, like someone showed me a video of like old YouTube, like the way YouTube was before everything was really monetized and like the way it is now, and it's just so different. Like the videos are just so much more casual and fun and not super edited, and like they're obviously like fuzzier videos. And I used to get jokes on my old videos because like I always use my laptop camera, which is like so old school nowadays, but like I just love that like home style vibe, like the vibe when like it's just this energy behind what people are putting out. There's a difference. Where someone said this in a video I was watching recently. I was just watching this, I don't know why I clicked on it. It was just on my front page of my YouTube. It was Shelby Sapp's She Sells Academy Exposed. I snuck into her masterclass. It's basically like someone reviewing Shelby Sapp's masterclass and her sales tactics and everything. And I really liked like the way this girl talked about it. Like she did a good job explaining everything. No hate to anyone like Shelby Sapp or anyone at all. It's just, I don't know, I just felt like this girl really broke down kind of like the way I've been feeling about things lately. I think this was a good example because she said something that if behind sales, like anyone who's able to do sales or promote something like this, a lot of the time she said that it feels almost like there's this self-serving ickiness behind anything related to sales, or you kind of have to be able to disassociate yourself from the idea of like manipulation of others, because it's almost true that like everyone online these days just does these things to get people to buy into their program. Like even if their program isn't as good as they think it is, like a lot of the time, like I said in one of my videos, like the number one way to become a millionaire is to sell a course on how to become a millionaire, right? Like a lot of the time people aren't honest about where their money's coming from, and usually that money is coming from the very thing that they sell, telling you that this is how they become something, but really they're becoming the thing they are. They have the money to be the person they are because you're buying into their concepts, and they promise you this result, and you'll become this if you buy into this, like you just got to buy into this, and there's these claims. But a lot of the time the truth is that you might not become what they are because you aren't them, because what works for them might not work for you, because everybody's different and everybody has a different path. And this is where I've found it really hard. If you guys notice, as I always say, I don't sell a lot of different things on my YouTube channel. I have a teeny ebook and a little one video $11 mini course thing, because I really struggle with putting things out that I think will actually be useful to everyone. And even those things I do sell, I don't think they'll apply to everyone. I think that for some people, like my whole thing is like they'll get something useful out of it, maybe like they'll get a few ideas that are useful, or some things in it they'll find will work for them. Other people, maybe the whole thing works for them, because really what I'm selling is what worked for me. Right? I'm selling what worked for me, and I don't know if 100% if it's going to work for you. And that's the truth. Everybody is selling something that either worked for them and might not work for you, or they're selling something that they know doesn't really work, but they're just doing it for the sake of making money and they hype it up, right? Like that's just what I've seen all over the internet lately. And even like, I don't know, I'm just sort of ranting here because I just feel the need to get this out, because I feel like a lot of people might relate to this. But those videos on TikToks where people are like reacting to another video and like they're acting so shocked and surprised, and like you know that person's already watched that video before, like you know that they're just doing it for the sake of the video. Or the way that people try these desserts on camera and they eat them so neatly and so perfectly, and like they're all dressed up looking their best. Like it's just all so like showy and so fake, and like I just miss the old YouTube, the old world, like the way the world was before everything that we did had to be monetized. And I think personally, like the best way to ever sell to someone, if you are going to sell your ideas and things, is to honestly just be honest, to just be real, because that's how I like being sold to, if I'm being real. Like, the things that I buy into the most are the people that are so real and honest about their likes and dislikes, because you trust them more, because they will tell you, you know, the truth about something if it really was not as good as it is. Like I said, with the things that I sell, like the little teeny things, like, I don't think that they're going to be perfect for everyone. I don't think that they're going to help everyone in some immense way, or they're going to massively change your life if you buy my little quantum seed manifestation course. Like, I think that for some people it really could. For some people it might be the thing that they need. For other people it might give them an idea. For some people it might just be nothing. It might be totally useless. It might not be what they need right now, because everyone's at a different point in their life as well. And when I used to, for example, work at GNC, we actually had one of the best stores, in my opinion, because we were the last store open in our area when all the stores started to close down, and we were kind of like named like one of the top stores in our area. And the reason that we were one of the top stores in our area and had the most customers was because we were honest. Because our job was, as a GNC sales rep, like, you had to sell certain products more than others. You wanted to sell the GNC brand. But as someone who worked there, our manager, like my boss, was actually really great, and he taught us like to honestly just tell people the truth about things. If something is crappy and we don't like it, like, literally tell them that, even if it's a product we sell, even if it's something we have, because there are products we sell that are good as well, that I really do like. But I'm going to be honest with the customer and tell them the truth, so that when they buy something and they bring it home and I tell them it's really good, then they like it, then they trust me, right? Or if they buy something that I said is terrible, and, you know, and if I lied to them and said it was really good and they brought it home, then they wouldn't trust me anymore, right? Like, you want to build trust with people, because you have to think like long term rather than short term. And I think that's what builds sustainability in things and builds a community, is building that trust in people. Like, having people believe you because you're being real and being honest about things, and you're not just trying to sell them on something. Because if you just try and sell people on something, like, I feel like it's just such a short-term mindset, because it's like, yeah, you might get the sale in the first place, but is that person really going to want to keep coming back to you in the future, right? Like, and then that person goes on to tell another person. It's just sort of like, you have to think about like the effects of people talking to other people. And it's sort of like, if you paint this face or have this persona, it takes a lot of work to upkeep that persona too. Like, even if it is partially true or partially real, like, there is another side of you that you're not really showing the world. And I just feel like it's like kind of sad that like you have to hide part of yourself, like, just to make the sales. And I don't know. I'm just rambling on here about all these things that bother me lately. But it's just the honest truth that, like, I love when like big influencers or people online just talk and be real and like talk about their real problems, the real things they're going through. Because what you start to understand is that even like rich people have problems, right? Even millionaires have problems. Even millionaires cry, they get upset, they get angry, things don't go well some days. Like, even people that you would look up to and you think are perfect, they have probably just as much problems as you, but they just don't display them as often, right? Like, you just don't see them because they hide them, and they just show like the highlights of their life. And it's just like, it makes it seem so much more unattainable for you to become like that person when they're not showing the other sides of themselves. And it's like we're all reaching for this impossible standard that we've created for ourselves, when like none of us can really attain it. Like, it's not realistic to not have any problems in your life ever. It's not realistic to be perfect 24/7, for all your life to be positive all the time. Like, it's just these unrealistic standards that like we're all reaching for, but like we made it for ourselves. Like, it's like this invisible standard that no one can reach. But, you know, like, I don't know, that's the way that I see it. And one more thing I also want to talk about is like this concept of like doing the right thing, right? Like, we always think that like, okay, if I do all the steps, if I follow the right routine, if I follow this person's course to a T, or if I do all the things I'm supposed to be doing in life, that like I will get the result, that everything will work out, that I will get all the things that I want if I just do the right things, right? We always think that, but I want to be so honest here and so clear. Like, lately in my life, like, I have done what you would think is all the right things on the outside. I've even had people comment on like how like I seem to be doing so much better in my life, and like my dad's always like, wow, your house looks so great, like, you're so clean and everything, like, wow, like you must be doing really good and like you're working out so much, and like all these comments like on the outside where my life looks so much better, but on the inside I really don't feel any different than when my house was a mess, when I was just posting whenever, didn't have a consistent schedule at all. Like, and my cat's here in the background, he's making his usual visit. But yeah, I don't feel that much different at all. And doing all these right things didn't suddenly make my life so much better. It's like just created new problems, but they might be different problems, but like there's still problems. There's still things that I gotta work on. There's still things I gotta get done. Like nothing's ever really finished. And that's something I just want everyone to understand, is that no matter how many things like you think you need to do to be who you want to be, like it's not really going to change that much. Like I even said like tasks I put off forever, and I thought if I just did these tasks, like I'll feel so much better about myself, which I mean, maybe it relieved a little bit of stress, but like I didn't feel suddenly way better. My life didn't suddenly magically get better. It was just like, okay, that's done. Now what? You know, like, and it can just go on and on like that forever. You can just keep trying to do the right thing, trying to get things done, and like still get nowhere, because you get stuck on this like hamster wheel of always needing more, always needing to do more, instead of just realizing like, yeah, no matter where you are, there's gonna be ups and downs, there's gonna be problems, and it's just finally accepting that like there's nothing wrong with you if you have problems right now, if you have things that need to get done you haven't done. Like that's human, that's normal. Like no matter how great you are in life, there's always going to be that. Like it's never going to fully go away. It's just going to change what it is that you're upset about or what it is that you need to get done, right? I don't really know where this video is going. I feel like it sort of like took a turn in a slightly different direction, but overall I just made this video because like honestly I really just do miss old YouTube and life. And when everything wasn't robotic, obviously, like we have AI everywhere now. I don't hate AI. There's nothing completely wrong with it. I just hate when it takes over like creativity. Because if I ever sell you guys a course, like, or anything at all on here, like I use AI only to type things out for me, but I will always use my own words. As in like I might use it for a general structure for something, but I'll write all my own words in there. I will never use AI in place of like my voice, because I truly think that like the human voice is so much more powerful in the way I write, and I feel like AI could never replace that. And I don't know, I just miss when life was like not about selling to each other, oh my gosh, my cat, but just being real, just being honest with each other, being like, yeah, I really like this, but like, you know, I do like this, like being honest about what works and doesn't work, so that the next person doesn't make the same mistakes as you, instead of just being like, this is the best thing, if you do this you'll become a millionaire and everything will be great and life will be perfect and you're gonna be having everything that you want, blah blah blah, you know. Like I want to be like, well, maybe you'll become rich if you do this, maybe you'll become successful if you do this, maybe your life will get a little bit better, but I can't tell you your future. Like I can't predict your whole future. I'm not gonna make those claims, you know. It's like, just, it is what it is. Like, I don't know, right? Like, just being honest with people and being real. And yeah, I don't know where else this video is going. Anyways, I'm probably gonna end it here. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this, but thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.